What is going on, everyone? It is Crazy Guy here, bringing you another video talking about the update coming to World War II, and it is huge. Some people are saying it is the biggest in COD history across any game, and there's so much to it. I'm so excited because it looks like it's going to change the game completely. Alright, first up in the long list of things, they're taking out Primed and Bang. Alright, perks for Primed, getting an extra weapon attachment. We're all going to have 3 attachments on every primary by default now, and the reduced flinch is going to go into the armored class. So if you're going to want the reduced flinch, you're going to want to put on armored for that and rank it up to max rank, actually. They're also bipods and sharpshooter for snipers are going to be by default as well. So we're not going to have an attachment, we're not going to have to use armor to mount for either of those, we can just have those by default. And anything else weapon related in the divisions is going to be made attachments, such as the bayonet, the pistol, the attack knife for the pistol, the suppressor. Also, the suppressor is going to be a SMG and pistol attachment. It's going to give a 15% range reduction on pistols, as a 30% would go for the SMGs. We're all going to get 1 lethal and tactical per class, and they're adding another rifle attachment called the rifle grenade, which sounds pretty interesting. Can't wait to get noob tubed out. Another big change, we're getting unlimited sprint. We're going to be able to We're going to go a little slower, alright? It's going to be 1.3 times faster instead of 1.4, but we're still going to be able to sprint as much as we want, which is great. They're changing a few of the weapons. The bazooka and the Panzerschreck are both getting changed a little bit. The bazooka is going to have a buff to its radius, its hit marker reliability, and the speed of the projectile, in hopes to make it better for streaks than the Panzerschreck, whereas the Panzerschreck is going to get a nerf to the damage and speed of the projectile. Frags and sticky nades are going to get 10% less damage. All of the stuns and tacks are going to be nerfed, especially the gas. The gas mostly. It went from doing 10 damage every second for 5 seconds down to 1 damage every second for 5 seconds, which, wow. Other changes coming into effect on the basic trainings. Energetic, instead of sprinting sooner, instead of sprinting sooner, we're going to be sprinting faster, since we're going to be sprinting the entire time. Forage, not only are we going to get extra, we're going to start with extra ammo, we're going to not only pick up ammo off dead bodies, but regenerate ammo over time. Our ordnance is going to drop bags that are going to boost your streak meters. Concuss is going to give you 2 tacticals and lethals instead of 1 each. And instincts, we're going to have it's going to be immune to shell shock and tacticals. And also in esports, only taking out the yellow glow, so that in hopes of you going to be able to use those at MLG now, hoping to get them unbanned. A few different weapon changes. The M30 is going to, the rifle ammo that you get on that attachment is going to give you 8 shots instead of 6. The incendiary shells are going to have 7 per combat shotgun and 8 for all other shotguns. You're going to get 15% less, a 15% reduction in range with those fire shells as opposed to what it was at 10, and you're going to be able to load those faster in. The bipod for LMGs, you actually might as well get rapid fire once you mount it. It's going to increase your fire rate by 9%, which is equivalent to rapid fire, and you're also not going to have to reload. It's going to take your ammo out of your stockpile and then out of your clip, rather than out of your clip and then you have to reload. And the sniper's actually getting a buff to the sharpshooter, so instead of being able to hold your breath for 4 seconds, we're now going to be able to hold our breath for 10 seconds. Personally, being a sniper, I think, why do you need 10 seconds to take a shot? But they're doing this in hopes of reducing people quickscoping, and they want to promote using a sniper properly. My question here every time people bring this up, I think to myself, why do I sit here? I'm using a sniper properly, alright? If I'm sitting in somewhere using a sniper properly and someone runs up to me, and I don't have on the basic training or a division that lets me swap to my gun, my secondary faster, how am I supposed to get that kill? How am I supposed to defend myself there? Also, if, you know, ARs like the Volk or the Bar or the STG aren't going to have recoil, what's the point in making me have to not be able to quickscope? You know? This doesn't seem like very fair to my end of the deal. The movement while aiming effect with infantry and scoped is also going to get a buff, and it's going to mostly buff LMGs since they suffer the most, and it's going to buff snipers the least because sniping with moving around while scoped just seems terrible. With launched, you're now going to just get extra launcher ammo because they're making launchers able to be put on without launched. So you'll be able to have your bazooka on and still have hustle and whatnot. And I do support that because the launched, it's still dumb. Like getting extra ammo still seems dumb, but you know, I'll allow it. It's better. Now on to the divisions. The changes to infantry, the first unlock is going to be adding a primary attachment, so you have 4. The second is going to be, you're going to get a second pistol attachment and swap weapons faster. They're taking that out of resistance, they're going to replace that with something else. Your third unlock with infantry is going to be less sway while aiming, and your fourth unlock is going to be moving faster. Airborne, your first unlock is shooting while sprinting and diving, and then secondly, you're going to get reload while sprinting. Third, you're going to climb faster and take no fall damage. And fourth, you're going to sprint faster over time. And I do believe this stacks with energetic. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. Armored, you're going to take less explosive damage and fire damage in your first tier. Which also, that got a buff from 65% less damage to 80% less damage. Which, that alone makes Armored seem to be the go-to class now, instead of Mountain. Because I hate nades. I hate being naded. It happens to me all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a game, and it rains 3 or 4 nades on one spot all at once. Your second is going to be immune to shell shock and tacticals. Your third is going to be increased bullet penetration, and I don't know if this stacks with FMJ or not. You'd have to go look into this. I'll give a link to Charlie Intel on their website. Fourth, you're going to have less flinch when shot. So they're taking, as I said, they're taking that out of primed because they're getting rid of it, and they're going to make that the fourth unlock in armored. Mountain, first thing we're going to unlock, invisible to recon and streaks. Second, we're going to unlock enemy deaths are hidden by when you get a kill. Third, there's not going to be a name or reticle change when people look at you. And lastly, you're going to have silent movement. Expeditionary, we're going to get 2 lethals and tacticals first. Then you are going to resupply your munitions from dead bodies and overtime. Third, we're going to get better tacticals, and it's going to be easier to break things in war. So you want to break that tank barrier on Operation Griffin. It'll be a lot easier with Expeditionary. And lastly, we're gonna have blast. Explosives are going to paint enemies on the mini map. I'm not sure how, like if it's going to just show them in the one spot or like hold them on the map for a certain amount of time. And then our last division with resistance, we're going to have first is we're going to have the scrambler and the radar warning. Secondly, we're going to have louder enemy footsteps. Third, we're going to get kills and assists are going to give a ping. And fourth, we're going to make it easier to spot targets and increase minimap coverage. If I left anything out, I'm going to leave a link to the Charlie Intel webpage that has everything that I just went over. This is where I got all of it. Overall, I think this will be great. It's going to feel a lot more like COD now. I'm really excited, mostly just to be able to snipe without having mountain and hold my breath, because I want to be able to use airborne and armored, especially on shipment. Armored is the best on shipment. But anyways, that's all for the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe for more content. I'll try to upload regularly as possible. I don't know when my next upload is going to be. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow. I got a couple good gameplays I'd like to show you guys. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.